iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, to the Daytona International Speedway. Here tonight for a special showing for the eStockcar Association, the Thunder Valley Series here from the Daytona International Speedway. I'll be your host. My name is Roger Muth here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Race fans, we welcome you here to this big super speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. It is a 2.5-mile speedway that was opened back in 1959, 63 years ago. Construction costs back then were way lower than what they are today. $3 million to build this historic facility. They used to race on the beach in Daytona Beach, but we've come here to we paved the ground and put some high banks in it. You talk about the banking here at the Daytona International Speedway, 31 degrees of banking in the corners. And down on the tri-oval where we're going to see a lot of beating and banging here tonight, 18 degrees of banking on the front straightaway in the tri-oval here, and then the back straightaway just 2 degrees of banking. Tonight, though, is a very special showing. We talked about it here tonight for the Thunder Valley Series. That's because tonight is a cut race. That's right, some of these drivers are looking to, move on to the next round or move into the playoffs, and some of these drivers will be looking to go home here. Take a look at the Thunder Valley point standings coming into the night. Tate is up top on the points. He is locked in with Josh Clark, Vincent Isabella, and Andrew Rucker. Kendall Player, also one of those drivers that are locked in, and then you see the drivers from the 6th to the 12th position. They're in currently, but everything here at the Daytona International Speedway could flip here tonight. Chris Bishop, Austin Reedy, and Wesley Crump all below the cut line here tonight. Those are the drivers that are going to try to advance themselves here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. We will see how that all works out. We also got to give a huge shout out to our friends over at the Smoke and Gobbler Barbecue, as they are the people that are, helping us out here tonight. So a huge shout out to them as they are behind the scenes smoking up the gobbler tonight. So with those drivers all getting ready here, they are in their qualifying session right now. Currently on the provisional pole here tonight. Let's see if we can get our producer to go ahead and throw that down here. There it is. There is our qualifying. Oh, that is a little messed up here tonight. We'll see if we can reload that, get that back up here for you race fans. But right now, Joshua Clark is sitting in the provisional pole with Brandon Key, Wesley Crump, and Vincent Isabella. Andrew Rucker is sitting there into the 5th spot as our open qualifying session is coming to a conclusion here tonight. We'll see which one of these drivers are able to hang on. And I believe one driver is still out there posting a lap time in Zach Evans. 14 drivers here tonight have so far turned in a qualifying attempt here at the Daytona International Speedway. We will see which one of these drivers do walk away with that pole. It is Daytona, though. You can start at the back and you can work your way to the front. We've seen it very, very many times. Very, very many times. Makes a lot of sense here tonight. But Josh Clark looks like he will walk away with the pole here tonight. Congratulations to the driver of car number 28. He will walk away with the pole. He'll have a great starting spot tonight here at Daytona. But it is just about time to light the fire underneath the breathing engines here tonight. As let's take a look here, as this is your starting lineup here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Starting on the front row, he drives out of Virginia, driving the number 28 here tonight. That is Josh Clark. His outside, driving the number 33, that is Brandon Key. Back into the third spot, driving the number 17 out of Virginia. This is Wesley Crump. And the driver out of Pennsylvania, just down the road from our Turn 3 Racing Studios, this is Vincent Isabella in car number 45. Andrew Rucker in car number 64 will go from the 5th position. And how about Kendall Player in car number 94? He'll start from the 6th starting spot here tonight. James Heater, a Super Speedway specialist here tonight. He is driving car number 18. He'll roll from the 7th starting spot. Sam Smith in car number 11 will snag the 8th starting spot tonight. Cody Harrington in car number 66 will roll from the 9th spot, and Dylan Jones in the White Lightning Racing number 22 will go from the 10th spot. White Lightning Racing number 79 of Tyler Dixon will go from the 11th starting spot. Well, how about Zach Evans driving car number 6 here tonight? He will roll from P number 12. Starting back into the 13th spot here tonight, driving car number 38 in the 13th starting position here tonight, that is going to be Jeff Green. Back into the 14th spot, Ryan Patrick. He'll pilot car number 2. He'll start a little bit deeper into the field, back into the 14th starting position. Back into the 15th spot here tonight, it's the Fast Banana Racing, number 96 of Austin Reedy. Kyle Benson in car number 10. He'll start back there into the 16th starting spot. 17th starting spot, though, tonight, driving car number 32, the Double D entry. This is Dustin Durr. He'll drive car number 32, and he'll start 17th on the call here tonight. Starting back into the 18th position out of Virginia, driving car number 8, this is Nathan Lee. And back into the 19th spot, Chris Bishop in car 42. The Southern Heat Racing entry will start 19th. Starting back into what is scheduled to be the 20th position here tonight in car number 3, this will be Tim Burnett. And shotgun to the field here, the final starter in car number 43 in the 21st starting position. Tony Edmondson will start back there into the 21st starting spot. That's the Smoking Gobbler Barbecue starting lineup here tonight for the Thunder Valley Series. It's the Xfinity cars here at the Daytona International Speedway. As you see, all 19, it looks like 20 drivers will take to the starting lineup. One driver missing, and I do believe that was actually going to be car number 45. Is missing from the call to the grid. So Vincent Isabella is not going to make the call to the grid here tonight. We will see if Vincent can get out there tonight. See them all working down the back straightaway. It is 20 cars strong as they are 2x2 behind the iRacing.com pace car. 60 laps is the distance here tonight from the Daytona International Speedway. We will, though, have some stages. Lap number 20, we'll see the conclusion of stage number 1. Stage number 2 will come to a conclusion at lap number 40. That's how they will line up. And then lap 60, we will crown a winner here tonight and see where the points may all fall after Daytona. So with them all out there, they're ready to go. Race fans, thanks for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Like we said, a little bit of a special showing here tonight for our friends of the Thunder Valley Series. We got to thank them for bringing us along here to the Daytona International Speedway. It is going to be a wild ride. We already know as Daytona, no matter what car you slap them into, they always make sure to bring the heat. Down here into the green flag restart zone, green flag into the air. We're racing for 60 laps here tonight. The Thunder Valley Series is underway, and these drivers now will have the chance to lock themselves in because we're green flag racing. Everybody will chase Josh Clark into turn number 1. It'll be Clark and Crump down on bottom with Rucker right there, and then Kendall Player. The 33, Brandon Kay, will exit turn number 2 as the car to the outside, trying to pull that lane. Here comes the 94 player trying to insert himself to the outside lane. He will do that. You see these drivers jockeying right now for position, trying to find their dancing partner here at the Daytona International Speedway. You're going to need to have friends. Look at the double D, number 32 entry. He's got a little pink on the nose of that number 32, and he is trying to put it right up through the middle. One car dropping to the back. Doesn't want anything to do. Lap number 1, though, will go to number 28 of Josh Clark. He'll lead lap number 1, as that is the 96 of Austin Reedy. He's trying to go to the back of the field here. Wants nothing to do in the early stages of this one. You see the pack starting to really form now here as these cars are officially up to the full song and dance. We may see them go a little bit faster, but right now down the back straightaway, Kendall Player to the outside of the number 94, 191 miles an hour down the back straightaway, and they're not pushing that hard this early, but they are trying to take the race lead on the outside away from the number 28 of Josh Clark. Clark battling back in the Pillow Pets, number 28 at the line. Kendall Player will lead lap number 2. 2 drivers have led a lap here in the early stages of this one, so 2 laps in, 2 different drivers at the front of the field. The inside lane seems to be a little more formed up, has a lot more cars down on that inside lane. You have 5 cars to the outside. Look like the 10 machine back there. Not quite sure who that was. I believe that is Kyle Benson in the number 10, the Solo Stoves entry. I have one of those sitting in my yard too. I hope he does, because they are amazing. So right now, Benson up 4 spots from where he started into the 12th spot. He was thinking about taking that Chevrolet to the outside last time out turn number 2. He elected to put it back down on the bottom side of the speedway, though. So kind of sitting in line right now, riding around the Daytona Speedway. Player still holding the outside of the number 94 here on lap number 4. So Clark was able to lead lap number 3 here tonight. So Clark led 1. Player led 2. Clark getting the lead back here and leading lap number 3. You see that car down to the inside? That is the number 17. That was Wesley Crump. He was down to the inside in that Ford. He was taking a little bit of a breather, getting some air to the front grille on that Ford Mustang. You got a couple Fords lined up, 3 Fords down on the bottom. Then you have a Toyota up top. You got a mixed bag of tricks. You got, well, all Chevrolets and 1 Ford. Now you see the 64, that is Andrew Rucker. He was kind of diving down to the inside there. Wanted to get a little air to the nose of his machine. See the 94 there, Player. He was trying to stay a little bit lower there. Brandon Key, in car number 33. That is Key driving the 33. He's one of those drivers. Oh, a big bobble down the back straightaway. That was the 33 hard into the back of the 94. That will check up the outside lane and break them apart a little bit. You see the front 3 cars on the bottom side of the speedway. They will get linked in nose to tail off turn number 4. See if they can drive away. Krupp going to look to the outside here. He'll slide up in front of the 94. A Player at the line, though. The Pillow Pets number 28 will lead that time by. So some drivers trying to jockey here in the early stages. They would like to get to the front. Now you see the 17 of Crump. He went and took the push from Rucker. Or took the push, actually, that was Kendall. And got to the front. Now you see, here comes Josh Clark. He'll now dive back to the outside. Look at them as they all come down here into turn 3. 3 wide racing as you got the 94 of Player to the outside. He's going to bail out. He'll go to the back. Oh, sideways for the 94 of Player. He was almost up into the outside retaining wall as he was 3 wide racing, trying to drop to the back of the field here. Wesley Crump going to lead this lap in car number 17, so he'll lead the lap here at Daytona. Our third driver will head to the front of the field. Still got the 33 Key to the outside there. Then you got Green up to the outside. You see that number 38 entry. The black, white with the pink numbers, number 38. That is Jeff Green. Then you got the double D, number 32 to the outside with the number 11. That is Sam Smith. So Sammy Smith up to the outside. Vincent Isabella was able to make the way to the speedway here. Currently sitting back in the 21st spot, 2 laps down for car number 45. That Toyota Supra going to have a lot of, work to do here. Lap 7 will be in the books. Crump going to lead that one that time by at the line. Problem is, you see the 45? Look behind the 45 here tonight. Right on board with our Smoking Gobbler onboard camera. Vincent Isabella, you got company, and it is called the rest of the field bearing down on the back end of this NOS Energy Drink Supra. Look at everybody go down to the inside. Looks like everybody will make it past the lap car there of Isabella. All chasing the Pillow Pets machine back out front once again here at Daytona. This time they're complete another one. 3 wide as they're going to put Brandon Key into the middle. So now Key going to be put into the sucker hole is what they call it here at Daytona. Got to be mindful. Yes, the track is wide, but you're right now at 185 miles an hour. Contact around, going to go the 33. The 32 involved along with the 64. Caution flag is on the speedway as there is some big problems. The 64, Andrew Rucker in the Logitech, number 64. Got the nose missing off the car. Got the hood all jacked up and gone. But the first caution flag of the night will fly here on lap number 9. You see smoke bellowing out the back of the 64. Rucker's car all tore to pieces. Even the rear end is a little caved in and missing. So the first caution flag of the night flying here at Daytona for the Thunder Valley. A lot of drivers involved in this one. We're going to have to get the official count from our truck here in just a couple of moments. Let's start it towards the front of the field. Let's see if we can zoom it out. There's the 33. Makes little contact with the 32. And, oh, that's a hard impact for the 64 of Rucker. He made contact. The 32 spinning around, and then he'll grab a gear. I believe that's the 78, or is that's the 79, actually. That was Tyler Dixon. He was involved. Right on board here. You're riding on board with Tyler Dixon. Oh, he got down on the apron there trying to just avoid the wreck. And then he got tagged by the 3 machine while he was spinning. So Tim Burnett involved in that one also. Cody Harrington in the Bring the Smoke, Smoking Gobbler Barbecue, also getting a little piece of this one, I do believe. He locked it up. Where does the contact come for the 66? And he actually was able to slow down to avoid that wreck on the back straightaway. So the 11, the 64, the 79, all involved. 32 and 33 also. So a bunch of drivers involved in this one. As you see, some of these drivers coming to pit road here. 2 drivers are going to elect to stay out under the first caution flag here tonight. Josh Clark and Wesley Crump will all stay out under this caution flag. Race off of pit road. Jeff Green will win the battle off of pit road. It'll be Kendall Player, Zach Evans, Kyle Benson, Chris Bishop, Ryan Patrick, Austin Reedy will actually win that battle off pit road. So that's how they come back out onto the raceway. Was trying to take a look at, see which one of these drivers are carrying some of our on-board cameras here tonight to see which one of these drivers we could get a word in with here while we're under the caution flag. One driver that was happy to see the caution flag was the number 45. That was Vincent Isabella. 45 will get 1 lap back to the field. Was 3 laps down. Remember, did just go a lap down under the green flag circumstances there as the field did come by. So the 45 will go back to 2 laps down now, and we're probably be about 7 or so laps away from going back. Or, well, our stage break, that's what's coming at lap number 20. See, the lights have gone out on the flag stand. Let's see if we are. Yep, we will. That is going to be the 1 to go marker. So next time by, we will drop the hammer once again. So we will get 7 laps. Looks like Andrew Rucker's night is over. He will not be able to carry on here tonight, so the number 64 of Rucker will be out of this event. Sam Smith still down on pit road in car number 11. While we're under the caution flag here, possibly be able to get a word in real quick here with the number 11. Let's see if we can dial up the driver of the number 11 of Sam Smith. Sam, you got a copy? It's Muth up here in the booth tonight. Sam Smith, it's Muth up here in the booth. Do you hear me? Well, it looks like Sam has his headset turned off for us right now. So right now, Sam's still sitting down on pit road. We'll see if we can get a word in with him a little bit later on. Should see the safety car. There it is. Yep, right on cue for the iRacing.com safety car. It head its way to pit road. That means this time by we go back green flag racing. Green flag into the air. Josh Clark still the race leader here as he'll storm towards turn number 1 here. Jeff Green going to waste no time. He'll go to the outside, see if he can get that number 38 entry to the top spot here tonight. You see that shove there? That's going to be Crump there in the 17 entry. He'll give him a huge push down the back straightaway. They will have the lead as they go to enter turn number 3, and Green going to ditch the outside there with Crump, and he'll go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Crump now all alone in car number 17 to the outside. He's got Zach Evans in the Skull Bandit. I believe, is that a Buick? That is a Buick on the grill, well, at least on the hood. Well, Tate, unfortunately, you know, hey, I'm looking at the points here, Tate, and you are at least locked in, so you don't have to worry about that one. Now you just get to sit back and enjoy some good racing here from the Daytona International Speedway. We have had 1 caution flag, taken out 2 drivers so far here. 3 drivers actually retired tonight here from the race. It looks like Tony Edmondson, Sam Smith, and Andrew Rucker all having terminal damage, and they will be able to make it back out onto the raceway for the time being. So as they come out of turn 4, it'll be Jeff Green out front. Kendall Player back in car number 94, making another charge towards the front of the field. Kendall Player, another one of those drivers that are locked in. So tonight, just racing for the trophy. A couple drivers falling back off this front pack here right now. There's the number 3. That is Tim Burnett. And there's Nathan Lee in the Wrangler entry. You see some damage to the back end of car number 8. Nathan Lee has some rear end damage. See how that affects him tonight if he's able to hold on to the draft. There's also the number 33, the Napa Auto Parts entry. That is Brandon Key. He is currently sitting back into the 16th position. He was wrapped up in that caution flag. 5 laps remaining here in stage number 1 tonight. drivers are able to grab this stage. It's been real racy at the front of the field. We've seen some three-wide racing. We've seen them jockeying for position, kind of passing it back and forth. We'll see what this is going to boil down to at the end of this one. So that 45 up in the mix, that is Isabella. Vincent Isabella, remember, being 2 laps down running into the 18th position, missing the call for the green flag. And C28 Clark will back up to the outside there. Now green back down to the bottom side. It'll be Clark that time by at the line. 79 at Tyler Dixon, who was involved in that wreck. You see the rear end damage on that Smoking Goblin Barbecue number 79. Trying to work his way back up into the mix. He's one of those drivers that is not locked in. He was 29 points to the good in 6th overall in the point standings, but is not locked in. Still 2x2 at the front of the field. They pass it back and forth. 1 lap, Kendall. Players to the outside. The next lap it'll be Josh Clark. Right now, Player down to the bottom side. Clark to the outside here as they complete a lap number 17 here tonight. One driver a little out of shape. That was the 45 of Isabella back there. There's the 32, the double E, the 32 entry going to go a lap down on the back straightaway. He'll stay high as the rest of the field carries on. Big swing there by the number 10 of Benson. And there comes Austin Reed. The first time we've seen him charge towards the top 10. He elected to drop to the back of the field on the initial start here tonight. So a lap away from the stage ending, so it'll be the final time around the speedway here. See which one of these drivers will get back here first. Good push by the outside there of Wesley Crump. Crump trying to push that number 94. Look at the outside lane. Kyle Benson trying to make a outside lane as they come here to the flag stand. It'll be the 28 of Josh Clark. And it'll be Kendall player Jeff Green, Wesley Crump across the line. That's how they came across on lap number. Well, actually, I guess we got to complete lap 20. That is my mistake. Reading the timing and scoring wrong. That does happen occasionally, you know. Oh, big move by the number 10, the Solo Stoves number 10 entry of Benson trying to get to the front. He'll get the door slammed on the back straightaway there by Kendall Player. That's going to shuffle the 17 and Crump to the outside. He'll have to funnel back in. The 10 car trying to go to the outside. Nobody going with him. Austin Reedy will let the 10 of Benson to the outside all by himself. 3 wide coming to the end of the stage. It'll be the Pillow Pets number 28 across the line first. So it'll be the 28 of Josh Clark that time on lap 20. Looks like we'll keep going here. And, well, as we have a chance here, let's get, somebody knocking on the back door here of the booth. Let's bring them on in here. Tate, how about it? Missing the call to the green flag here tonight at Daytona, but what a better way than to watch it from high in the sky here.
Yeah, I had my times mixed up. I probably could have made the race, but I was doing that iRacing College Series race and was kind of not even thinking about it, and then at the last second I looked and it was over. So yeah, kind of a bummer, but
it's a bummer that you're not at Daytona because it's one of the tracks that, well, everybody has fun at, and anybody can win a race, that is for sure. But hey, the good factor is you're locked in. That's probably got to be the best feeling. What's the vibe, though, watching the race here tonight from Daytona?
Well, my teammate Josh Clark's up there leading. Looks like Noah is up there on the top side. So, just from what I've seen, I just saw the back end of that big wreck that took out Rucker, and I think it's probably going to come down between Kendall, Josh, and Jeff Green, and there might be a couple other sleepers back there that I don't see on the screen right now. But yeah, I wish I could be out there. I probably would have got taken out in that wreck, but at least we're locked into the playoffs, and we can go do battle with the boys next week.
Right now, things are starting to funnel down, calm down a little bit. I do anticipate possibly green flag pit stops as you see Crump go back down to the bottom side. He'll swing that number 17 in front of the number 94 there of Player. Player down onto the apron. He's sideways as the 45. Remember, Vincent Isabella trying to get some laps back here in that NOS. Oh, we got a couple cars going around. Caution flag is out here as that's going to be Bishop and car number 42 coming to a rest against the inside retaining wall on the exit of turn number 4. A couple other cars pulling away. There's the number 2 of Ryan Patrick. He'll right the ship and get that Chevrolet pointed back into the right direction. But the second time the caution flag will come out here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. 23 laps officially completed here at Daytona tonight. We'll have to wait for the truck to find that one. But this one, Tate, kind of right there. Green flag pit stops could have been coming in the next, I believe, 5 to 7 laps.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty close, probably. I think this should put them good to the end, especially with another caution. Not sure about a green-white checkered, but I mean, if they need to, they could pit at that point. But I think this should take all of the fuel strategy out of the equation at least.
Well, let's take a look here. I believe the 10. That is the solo stove number 10. Kyle Benson was involved. One car was up and over for a moment, and that was the Skull Bandit number 2 of Ryan Patrick. There you see him. His car is a little discombobulated as he brought his machine to pit road. Let's see. We watch it back. Oh, I think he was coming to pit road possibly as he was down on the apron. There's the 66 of Cody Harrington, an innocent bystander in his Toyota as he went flying by. Let's see here, right on board, and riding on board with the 66. Harrington, you see the spinning number 2 entry, nowhere for the 66 of Cody Harrington to go. Innocent bystander in that one. Well, everybody was able to pull away, but I do believe that number 2 of Ryan Patrick his night may not go the way he thought it was going to go here tonight. As you see everybody down on pit road. Strategy, though, Tate, 2 tires or 4 tires here in fuel?
I mean, I would put 4 on just because I'm going to be sitting there waiting for fuel anyway. But I don't think tires are going to matter a whole lot here at Daytona. This track is pretty forgiving. It's not as wore out on the sim as it is, maybe in real life. But tires don't make quite as much of a difference on the sim. I mean, if you did 100 laps in a row on the same set, yeah, you might want to pit and get those changed out. But not. I don't think 60 laps here at Daytona is gonna ruin too many tires.
One driver getting the wave around. There you see the number 32, the double D entry. He will get that lucky dog, and he will come to pit road in car number 32. So he'll get the lap back, and he'll be able to come to pit road here. So we'll see where he can march back through the field. All drivers did come to pit road, and some of them having the varying strategies that we talked about. Some drivers taking 2 tires, some drivers taking 4, and one driver taking just fuel only. That was the number 33. There you see him. He will be scored 3rd here when we go back. Green flag racing. Brandon Key was the driver that did only put fuel in that Chevrolet. So that's a bold strategy. We'll see if he's able to stick that car where he wants to go here. Let's see if the lights do go out on the flag stand here and on our iRacing.com pace car, or if we're going to pace around for another lap here at Daytona.
Oh,
they get extinguished. So that, hey, more green flag racing is what we like.
So let's see. I just loaded in, so I'm at the same time as you. Just trying to get my bearings here. Jeff Green, Crump, Key. Does that sound right?
That's what's showing me here.
All right. Never know what paint scheme Key's going to be in. Every time I see that guy, he's in something different. So He's in the 33 car now. All right. Old Key. Good buddy of mine.
I believe I raced years ago here on iRacing with Brandon Key, but it's been so long since I've seen him, I could be mistaken. But how many Brandon Keys do you actually know that are on iRacing?
I'd say like 5, but they're all the same person.
See? Exactly.
Yeah.
All the drivers that are back out onto the raceway, all of them except for 2 drivers that were involved in that wreck. That'll be the number 2 of Ryan Patrick and the 66 of Cody Harrington. They're scored back into the 17th and the 18th position, respectively. And that could have championship implications because Cody Harrington came in 7th overall in the standings. He was 19 points to the good here tonight. We'll see where that will funnel him out. We are missing a couple drivers out of the top 12 here tonight, so that might be able, maybe it'll help Harrington when we tally up all the points at the end of the night here. So go back racing, though. It'll be 26 laps completed here at the Daytona International Speedway. It'll be Jeff Green and Wesley Crump out front here tonight, which will lead us back into the green flag restart zone. A Chevrolet and a Ford on the front row. Safety car off the racing surface here, and it'll be back up through the 4-speed gearbox. A little bit of a slow start there for the 17 of Crump. Be able to get that number 94, though, of Player to the back bumper and give that Ford a good shove down here into turn number 1. The outside lane looking a little more organized. There you see the 8, Nathan Lee. He'll take the Wrangler number 8 back to the bottom side of the speedway. He did restart the 4th car to the outside lane. Now he'll be the 4th car to the inside lane as the 79. I believe that was Tyler Dixon. Did not quite get up to snuff there. That car is a little wounded, though. How much do you see a lot of these cars out there that have the rear end damage? How hard is that then for these drivers to stay in the draft and get up to speed?
I think staying in the draft's not a big problem. I think what the problem comes is late in the race when someone's trying to push you up to the front. It's going to be a little harder for them to lock onto your bumper because, like, the way Key's bumper looks right now, you're not going to be able to lock onto that. So he's going to have to be the pusher. So he's able to stay in the draft, but it's gonna give him some limitations as to what he can and can't do as we close in on the end of the race.
We're 3 laps away from the halfway point here as you see Green battling down to the inside in that black and white entry. He's got the pink numbers. As you see the number 33, Brandon Key, going to go straight to the back of the field. He's not going to interfere with the front. Look at the 45, cutting through the middle once again. Vincent Isabella trying to get another lap back. Just 1 lap down for the number 45 here tonight. And that car is actually locked into the playoffs, so this driver just trying to get back onto the lead lap all over the tail end of Kendall Player's back end of car number 94. They're come back, complete 1 lap of green flag racing, and that number 45 is, well, aggressively trying to get back to the lead lap.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm him, he's, let's see. He's the only car other than Dewar that's 1 lap down, so I mean, just don't get yourself in any trouble, and you're going to get the lucky dog if there's a caution. But I mean, I guess if a caution came out right now, him and Dewar would be put back in late laps. So,
well, what's better than going up there and getting the old-fashioned way? Show them you can drive around them.
Yeah, I mean, Vincent's pretty good on these speedways. He's one of the probably more consistent drivers in the series. But we'll see. I didn't catch the first couple laps, so I don't know if he's got any damage or what's going on there with that car. So we'll see how the race plays out for him. I'm looking at the top side right now. It looks like Josh Clark is pushing Jeff Green up on the top right now, and Kyle Benson up there as well. Pretty stacked group of drivers there. I'd be curious to see if the bottom row can hang with them here for very long.
Benson on the outside of the Solo Stoves entry, pushing Crump on the outside right now. We have seen Benson go to the outside and make a 3rd lane. There you see Green peeking the nose to the outside of the Solo Stoves number 10, thinking that he maybe wanted to go up there, but well, not quite able to do it. Didn't have the drivers lined up. Now Green going to take a peek to the outside. Will he go? He will not. At the line, it'll be Crump once again leading this lap as the 45, remember, is trying to unlap themselves right now as they are on the bottom side of the speedway. Yes, he is out front on the inside lane, but that is not a car that is battling for the race lead right now. It's just battling to stay on the lead lap. And that's a good spot down on the bottom. He's got some good cars behind him. Got the number 94 of Kendall Player. And then that's the 18 of James Heater. Every time you come to a plate track and you see the 18 of James Heater, you really got to think, boy, that's a car that at the end of this race will find his way to the front one way or another. There's another driver right behind him. That's the 6 of Zach Evans. Haven't talked much about Zach Evans tonight here, as he's been very quiet, but he does have some damage to that Ford Mustang. That car, I believe the only quarter panel that might be straight right now is the left front.
Yeah, looks we got 9 to go until the second stage, and I know these guys are going to be battling pretty hard for these playoff points. I think Clark got the first one, so that moves him another step closer, and he's also racing for the regular season championship that will also add a lot of playoff points. Clark is a teammate. I won't care if he gets all the playoff points, but I'll be rooting for him because I don't want anyone else to have the playoff points on me going into the first round of the playoffs.
We don't exactly have the number here in our studio of, the top 5 drivers and the points that they are separated from each other. We do have Tyler Dixon, obviously 29 points coming into the night above that cut line, and then Cody Harrington was 19, Tim Burnett was 15, Dana Shepard was 12, Dylan Jones was 10, Caleb Sheets was 5, and Zach Evans was just 2 points to the good. So those are the points that we do have of the drivers that are in above the cut line. Chris Bishop was 2 points under that cut line coming in. Austin Reedy was 8 points under, and Wesley Crump was 34 points back, looking like he needs to pick up the W here tonight at Daytona to put himself in and possibly bump one of those drivers out that are in currently.
Yeah, if I'm Joshua Clark, I'm taking it easy here. I might go try and get that playoff point at lap 40, but otherwise, I don't see a path for many of these guys to get by. Maybe Vincent Isabella has a chance, but his other competition there was Rucker, and he wrecked out. And obviously, I'm not even on the track, so he's gonna put a whooping on me in points wise, regardless tonight. And Jeff Green going to the top.
Green is going to the top. He's got the pillow pet, number 28, right there of Josh Clark. Let's ride on board here with Clark and see what he is kind of seeing out in front of him. Watch the camera here as we go down here into turn 3. It shows you the banking that we talked about earlier. You are looking at it from the cockpit here of car number 28. That is what the banking looks like here. 31 degrees of banking all through all 4 corners here tonight, and 18 degrees here in the triangle as I'm just looking to go 3 wide. Going to be 6 laps, I do believe, here before the end of this stage. As we'll keep on, I believe, green flag racing. We'll just tally up those points as they come across the line. But that's what you can see there inside the number 28 of Josh Clark, as he currently runs back there into the 6th spot. He's the outside lane. He's the 4th car in the outside lane, the pink machine. I know we talk about the pink cars out there. There's quite a few of them here tonight, but the 4th one to the outside lane as they work down the back straightaway. Everybody jockeying. You see the outside lane starting to actually really roll. That number 10 of Benson pushing on the back end of that pro line, number 17. Valley inside lane gets a good run as the outside lane kind of got separated in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, that 3rd lane will work. I don't know if there's enough cars left in the top pack to be able to make the top lane work. And with that, it would also pull the middle lane back and give that bottom line quite the advantage. So I don't know. I think late in the race you'll see it, but I'll be curious to see how well it works once it is in use. And it looks like they're coming to lap somebody. I can't tell exactly who that is, but hopefully they'll stay to the outside and they'll be able to get by without any problems.
That's the 96 of Austin Reedy. He was involved in the last wreck. He was one of those drivers on the drop of the green flag here tonight that actually elected to go to the back of the field. The driver out of Delaware there. You see the TJ's team's entry. The front nose piece is tore off, the number 96. So he is currently back into the 14th spot. That'll put him the only car 1 lap down currently, as the 45 of Isabella, remember, has unlapped themselves as, well, they're the leader with 24 laps to go, if you want to count them just leading the pack. But your race leader with 24 to go, that's still Crump to the outside. Still got Benson on the back tail tank of that car. You got the 94 player working the bottom side of the speedway. Green is in 4th. Peter is in 5th. Clark is 6th. Evans is 7th. Jones is back into the 8th spot. Dixon is back there at 9th. And rounding out the top 10 here with 24 laps to go, That's Burnett in car number 3. As you see the 3 car to the outside, that car is very moving, but it's just hanging on along with the number 79 of Tyler Dixon. There you see those 2 drivers are running currently back into the 9th and 10th position. Nathan Lee is back off the pack here in car number 8. He has lost the draft in the Wrangler number 8, and Brandon Key has fallen back even farther. Those are your drivers that are, well, I was going to say on the lead lap, but we forgot the number 45 is Isabella, who's still battling to stay right there on that lead lap.
Now we're coming to 2 to go in the stage this next time by as we come down off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Right now it looks like either Kendall or Crump will get it, but a lot can change in the next 5 or so miles as we come around into turn 3 and 4.
It's a big track, high speeds, don't blink, because anything can happen here at the Daytona International Speedway. You see Crump, that outside lane starting to fade now. Kendall Player is now being scored as the race leader, but remember, is boxed in on that inside lane. Right now, if you're Wesley Crump, do you kind of use that lap down car to your advantage, knowing you're coming down to the end of this stage? Do you just hold that 45 to the inside and box Player in there and getting those valuable points at the end of the stage?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll be curious to see if Clark or Heater or any of these guys decide to make a run for these stage points. You can see that outside line. They're starting to push pretty hard as we're coming to the white for the stage this next time by. PGA professional Dylan Jones, also co-league owner back there, going to give the 28 a little bit of a push. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. The 45 is able to clear. We'll see if he goes to the middle or if he's going to stay on the bottom as there's smoke. Looks like someone must have been spinning out to the bottom. We'll stay green. White flag for the stage. 10 cars pushing. That's 17 pretty hard.
First one that comes back to the line here tonight, excluding car number 45, will be the driver that picks up the final stage points here of the evening. And those championship points could play big factors as you see the 45 go to the outside.
Isabella's going to jump to the outside. Crump's going to push him. He's going to trouble dive the bottom right here. At least I would.
There was the slower car to the outside. That was the double deep entry as you see the 17. Crump clear the 45 now, and now you're going to have to wonder.
Player's going to have a pretty big run here, though. We'll see if he has anywhere to go with it. Crump's going to block him. Block to the outside. That's all it took. That's all it took. Crump's going to come to the line. He'll get the last stage point of the regular season.
So coming across the line, it's Crump, Player, Benson, Heaton, Green, Clark, Evans, Dixon, Jones, and Burnett is how they're come across for the top 10. As you see the 33 of Brandon Keaton will go a lap down. And now the battle is on as that number 45 there of Isabella is no longer at the front of the field here. So now it's heads up racing with 20 laps to go here tonight in the final race of the regular season. Win and you can get in. I do believe that is the right rule, isn't it?
I think you have to have a certain amount of races, but guys like Heater or Evans or Crump or the 79 of Tyler Dixon, Dylan Jones, if any of those guys win, yes. But if a guy like Benson or Green, I don't think they have enough starts in the series to get that winning in. But winning a race is certainly better than not winning a race, so I know they're probably going to they'll give it their all regardless.
Well, now it's the 10, the Solo Stoves, number 10 of Kyle Benson. He is out front here. Down the back straightaway they come as this front group has picked up another car. That's the 33 of Brandon Keene is a lap down, currently sitting into the 13th spot. So now Brandon will race Vincent for that lucky dog position. They're running nose to tail right now on the speedway, and they are sitting 12th and 13th on the standings as they come across this time, jockeying at the front of the field. I do notice a little damage on the number 10 of Kyle Benson. That Chevrolet's nose has a little bit of a crinkle there. We'll see if that hurts that number 10 machine being out front. We've seen him be able to push a lot here tonight, and he's been able to make that third lane also work. As we came to the conclusion of stage number 1, he was able to work that outside groove and pick up a couple spots late in stage 1. But now you see the number 28, Josh Clark, making a little bit of a peek to the outside. Maybe he's trying to signal back there to the 79 of Tyler Dixon and try and work with him as they go around the number 42. That is Chris Bishop. He is back down onto the bottom side of the speedway, multiple laps down right now, running into the 16th spot.
Yeah, something also interesting is Key has gotten by Vincent. So Vincent was all the way up there, and now he's not even the first car lap down. So we'll not sure what's going on there. But if a caution were to come out right now, Brandon Key would be the guy that would be the beneficiary of the lucky dog.
Possibly thinking back to it, let me take a look here at my notes. Vincent Isabella has not been to pit road since lap number 9. Everybody else came down to lap number 24. So possibly trying to save some fuel here for that 45 by falling in the back of his pack.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to go 50 laps. I think the ceiling for him on fuel is probably going to be about 40 laps. So that would put him I'd give another 5 or 6 laps. So if we don't get a caution in the next 5 or 6 laps, I'd expect to see the 45 on pit road, and he'd lose another lap. As you can see, he's back there trying to save fuel behind this pack, but I don't think it's going to do him a whole lot of good at this point of the run, especially since he was out front of the run for so much of it.
They tried to get that lap back the old-fashioned way by passing the race leader under green flag, and he had done it and then stayed there, and now falling back here into the 13th spot, 1 spot out of that lucky dog. Hear him as we go down here in the 3. You hear that throttle doesn't seem to be like it's all the way down to the floorboard, as he just kind of hangs there in the draft. When you're in the draft, you're able to save fuel. When you're pulling the big pack around this big 2.5-mile super speedway, you're not able to save any fuel, as they're not worried about that at the front of the field, because with 15 laps to go, they have plenty of fuel in all these machines out front. It was Benson at the time in scoring stripe anyway. Here comes Jeff Green back down to the bottom side, and now look, that 28 still keeps peeking the nose out there. Maybe he's going to grab onto a pillow pet here and rip the high side to make it 3 wide.
I mean, that 28 car, he's going to be dangerous coming to the end of this race. We're coming to 14 to go at Daytona, and he's one of the, if not the best plate racer left on the lead lap here. Kendall Player, I've seen him win a plate race or 2. I know James Heater's obviously perfectly capable. Jeff Green's going to be hard to beat, but that 28 car with Josh Clark, he seems to always be at the front of these races. Don't remember him ever getting a win, but I can remember plenty of times of him having some good opportunities toward the end of these races.
14 to go at the line. You do have 11 cars left on the lead lap, and you have 13 cars here in this lead pack. As you see the 45 still hanging on. It's Isabella hoping that there's a caution flag here in the next lap or 2. But the drivers out front here tonight want to go all the way to the checkered flag and see how this one will play out. We saw the 79, Tyler Dixon, going from the outside lane to the inside lane. So he'll take that number 79 back down to the bottom side. He's running 9th currently overall as they come out of turn 4 this time. Everybody chasing the 94 of Kendall Player.
Yeah, he hit the apron there, almost came up into Benson, but they'll keep it straight one more time. 13 to go, going off into 1. I'm thinking that, I mean, they got to start, yeah, the top line, they're starting to get some numbers there, but, I mean, at some point, they're going to start pushing pretty hard. Vincent's hoping it's this time in turn 3, but the rest of them are hoping they can go a couple more laps here.
One driver that's just been quietly to the outside, that's the number 22. There you see the Thunder Valley entry. That's the 22 of Dylan Jones. He's just kind of been quiet. That Toyota hasn't made much noise. It's just been kind of hanging out there, staying out of trouble. And that's what you need to do here on these plate races to make it to the end. So maybe Dylan Jones could be sitting in the hot seat back into the 9th spot. He's got a clean-looking Toyota, so you don't have to worry about any damage. So maybe he can push and pull the pack around here at the end if needed.
Yeah, old Dylan, he's a good guy. He obviously co-owner of the league with Tyler Dixon. They're Virginia boys out there. We'll see if maybe they can hook up and work together and see if they can't get the first win in their own league here.
It always seems to be the same song and dance. You can only run a league and usually they don't ever have any wins because they're too busy worrying about running the back end of the series. That sometimes when they come out on race night, it's just to relax, and then it's right back to the office as soon as the race is over. This time by, though, talking about over, maybe 11 laps till we drop the checkered flag here tonight. A couple cars just went another lap down. That was the 42 of Bishop, and I believe that was Austin Reedy also going another lap down here tonight as we continue under the green flag pace that we have set here at Daytona. These drivers absolutely flying. Fast lap here tonight around the speedway was James.
Big check up on the bottom. Ooh.
I believe there's a blinking car here, at least on my side of things, that I didn't see
Yeah,
there.
Dixon's blinking a little bit. Vincent is back in the top line. He's the first car one lap down again, but he's diving to the bottom. Is this going to be the lap? Nope, he's going to go another time around as Dixon continues to blink there at the end of the pack.
Possibly some electrical issues there for the number 79 of Tyler Dixon. We'll see if that clears up as we do get the double high fives that time by. I believe just 10 laps remaining here tonight at Daytona. Taking a peek to the outside. Nope, he'll funnel back down.
I think he got a little loose off of the corner there. Maybe these tires are wearing a little bit. That'd be cool.
I'm trying to remember here, Jeff Green. Yep, 2 tire stop for Green.
Okay.
So he at least put right side tires, I would believe, on that car.
Yeah, that outside line's starting to get some numbers.
45.
6 to 5 now.
Again.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's been able to go this far. I would not have thought. Maybe he's just trying to run it out and hope that these guys will wreck because he's peeking to the outside. But I don't know if I do that. Tom Burnett there on the bottom. He hit the aprons, came with the track a little bit. You can see the intensity. It's starting to rise a little bit. These guys are a little closer to each other's bumpers. They're a little closer to that other lane. I don't know when it'll happen, but I'm pretty sure it will.
Well, we've already seen one big wreck here tonight take out a handful of drivers, and as the laps count down, the driver, you heard it there. Tate said the intensity's picking up, as you can tell. Crump to the back end. 3 cars pushing down into turn number 3. You had Green into the back of Crump, into the back of Benson, but the inside lane was able to hold it together as James Heater is the car to the inside there. That number 18 entry was into the back of Kendall Player, as Player will lead the lap. Then it's Benson and Heater as the top 3 that came across there. They will see a lap car out into the future for them. I'm not quite sure which lap car that is, but there will be one here in the next lap that will interfere with this lead group, as it's 8 laps to go as they work down the back straightaway. That is the number 8, actually, of Nathan Lee. So the 11th place driver will go a lap down here tonight with about 7.5 laps to go.
Yeah, Vincent's falling way off the pace here. I'm wondering if he's going to have to pit this time, and that'd pretty much end his chances at being the regular season champion, barring some crazy circumstances playing out. But I've seen crazy things happen here at Daytona. He's going to pull it off. He is going to pit this time. So Vincent will give that up, and he'll probably, when he comes back out, he'll be a little bit ahead of this pack, but probably not enough to make much of a difference for him. As Player, Benson, Heater, Crump, nose to tail, all of them pushing hard, bottom and top lane. Clark has moved to the bottom lane. I don't really know how I feel about that for him. I think there's more opportunity on the outside, but you never know.
Anything could happen as they come this time out of turn 4. Storming. Well, I believe the storm is definitely brewing, but it'll be 6 to go this time by at the line. It's 10 cars in this lead pack. Add Brandon Key also, so 11 cars is actually, was looking for the 33. It is gone, so Brandon Key has fallen back off this main pack. So it is 10 cars in this lead draft now here tonight with 6 laps to go. What's the strategy, Tate? If you were out there, say you're running right there where the 79 is running right now, what are you thinking? What are you going to do to get to the front?
Well, in about 2 laps, if I haven't gone anywhere, I'd be ripping that high line and hoping someone comes with me. Oh, lap car! Jeepers creepers. I don't know who that was, but that was scary.
Chris
Oh,
Bishop
man.
in the 42 down on the bottom side of the
Yeah, he's
speedway.
got to have a little bit more situational awareness than that. He costs quite a few guys some track position there, but they'll get resituated here. Dylan Jones, Josh Clark, and Tom Burnett, and they'll have a pretty good run on this pack. I think this is where you go to the outside. You get this run on the pack, you take it to the outside, and just see where it can take it, because you're not going to win the race fifth in line on the outside.
Well, with 5 to go, it's the High How Are Ya lap. They were waving at him as they all came by with 5 fingers in the air. One driver that's going to come out of that little shake-up down the back straightaway that has some damage on their machine. That's the number 3, Tim Burnett. It looks like he still is able to hold on to the draft, so we'll see if he's able to close back in here. Kendall Player still the race leader. Heater still down on the bottom with that number 18 entry. It'll be 4 laps to go. Here comes a big run by the outside, as Kyle Benson will lead that lap with now 4 laps to go here at Daytona. I don't know about you, Tate, but now the pushes from the 18 are starting to be a little more heavy, a little bit harder into that 94 entry.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm the 94, that's exactly who I want pushing me. James Heater, he's pretty a pretty accomplished iRacer. I've raced with him quite a bit, and at these plate tracks, he's if I had to pick a guy to push me, he'd be the guy right now. And you can see he gets Kendall out there, but a little squirrely out 4. I don't know. I think this right rear might be burning off a little bit faster than I had anticipated, because these guys are working off the corner as we see Wesley Crump blinking a little bit, but 3 laps to go left in the regular season.
Around the 45 they go, so the 45 will funnel back into line. That's Vincent Isabella back into the 12th spot, missing the grid here tonight, going 3 laps down at one point. Now sitting back there into the 12th position, 2 laps down. Their chances at a win here tonight at Daytona are pretty much nailed and sealed and over. As you see the 18 of Heater touching the apron a little bit that time as he went down into the corner. As they come out of the old turn number 4 here tonight. You're going to wind them up, throw them up. It'll be the popsicle sticks in the air. 5 more miles of racing here tonight for the Thunder Valley Series here at the Daytona International Speedway. Just 2 laps to go to see who will take home the big check tonight.
Yeah, I mean, those top 4 haven't changed much in recent memory, and they are pushing hard. This is as hard as I've seen them push. 17 cars right on the back of Kyle Benson. Heater's kind of giving some room on Kendall. I almost wonder if maybe he's having to cool off that motor, and the outside line is reaping the benefits right now down the back straightaway.
A big run this time for the 10 of Benson. He stays to the outside in front of that pro line number 17 of Crump, so he won't dive to the inside. That will allow Player now to pull back even as when they come by the flag stand. It will be the final lap here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. The white flag is in the air. The final 2.5 miles of racing tonight.
Yeah, we'll come back to the checkered flag regardless of if these guys wreck. 17 of Crump pushing Benson hard. The Heater is giving a whale of a bump to Kendall Player going off into turn 1. As they'll come off of turn 2 side by side. Still Kendall could clear up to the top if he wanted to. I don't think he will. I think he's going to stay loyal. Crump to the outside. They're 3 wide. Where does Jeff Green go?
3 wide. Green's going to go to the outside. They're going to put Benson in the sucker hole. That's going to give a huge advantage to the inside lane. Kendall Player looking for Heater to push him to the finish line here tonight. He'll fake high.
Heater's at the bottom. Kendall puts him below the yellow line. Zach Evans going to have a run. Kendall gets turned. It's going to be Benson at the line. Oh, my. Kendall got turned at the last second. Kyle Benson comes across the line to win by less than 1/10 of a second.
Where did Cotton Eye Joe Kyle Benson come from? Remember, in turn 3, he was put into the sucker hole, and all of a sudden, he comes out looking like a rose here. The driver out of Williamsport will pick up the W here tonight. Heater will finish second. Then it'll be Crump, Dixon, Evans, Green, Burnett, Jones, Clark. Player leading at the white flag will finish 10th. All the standings here tonight, of course, unofficial from the Daytona International Speedway. But boy, what a race we just saw there on the final lap here tonight at Daytona. Kyle Benson will come by this time. We'll see what kind of smoke he can throw out of the solo stove number 10 here as he'll pick up the final race of the regular season. He'll throw it into the grass here tonight. Just give it a good old slide for the car number 10.
Yeah, and I'll go upload some points hopefully and see if we can determine who our 12 chase drivers will be.
There you see the 10 machine burning it down here tonight. As he is the winner, I'm looking at it, and that is the top 10 officially here tonight as they all came barnstorming across the line. So as Benson is the winner, we'll take a quick step away here from the Daytona International Speedway. We'll be back with hopefully your top 3 finishers and your regular season points after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With third place finisher Wesley Crump. Wesley, we saw you pushing Kyle pretty hard there. Come down the backstretch of the last lap, you made a 3-wide move. Do you think there's anything else you could have done to give yourself a better chance at winning the race there at the end?
That was about all I had there. I just tried something different. Other than that, I was just sticking behind him and pushing. But I wanted to try and get that win because a lot of my other tracks we race at, I struggle at. So this is where I shine, is these restrictor plate races.
I mean, I was waiting for you to make the move, and we saw Kyle kind of get swallowed up there in the middle, and it looked like it was going to be a race of, the top 2 or 3 there on the bottom line, and then Havoc broke loose there with about 300 yards to the checkered flag. What was going through your head right as you were you saw the 6 car turn the 94 and saw cars flying? Did you think you still had a chance at that point, or did you already know that you were kind of just playing with house money and going for what you could.
I was just hanging on tight and trying to keep a straight line. That's all I could do.
All right. Well, before we boot you out of here, you got anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any spotter, crew chiefs, brothers?
Yeah, I think Scott for helping a little bit with the spotting, and then Josh was in the race. He helped a lot. We worked together, and James, of course, my teammate, he worked with me good. So that's about it.
Well, right on it. Good run for you. I'm trying to get the points set up here so we can see who made the playoffs. I think you're going to be fairly close here once I get it set up.
Well, there you heard it from your third-place finisher, Wesley Crump. He'll come home third in car number 17. Had a good shot of picking up the win here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Finishing into what was going to be the second position here tonight. Doesn't look like we have the driver here tonight for the interview, but it is the number 18 of James Heater. So congratulations to James Heater. One of those drivers we talked about was going to be there at the end of the race here to put his foot into the door, and he was there at the end off turn number 4, but coming back to the tri-oval, he was no longer the race leader. He was being scored as second. So congratulations to Heater tonight. Picking up 5 spots, he'll finish P number 2. Finishing off tonight, though, at the front of the field, it's the Solo Stoves number 10 of Kyle Benson. Kyle, a great run for you here tonight. Early on, you had the top lane rolling, and then here at the end, they stuck you in the old sucker hole. What were you thinking on that final lap when it looked like that race was possibly about to slip out of your hands?
Man, I just was hoping, I knew something crazy was going to happen in the last 300 feet, and, kind of just hoped and prayed to the start finish line, and prayers are answered, and I got the win, and it was a lot of fun. Had a great time here, and made a few starts early in the season, just couldn't make it for the rest of the first time back in a little bit. And it was good to come back with a win, and especially at Daytona, one of more of my favorite tracks here, and it had a lot of fun, man. Had a lot of fun tonight.
You talk about fun, and everybody loves Daytona and Talladega, but how hard is it to win races here at super speedways? Because everybody seems like they have an equal chance every time we show up.
Oh, yeah, it's always hard coming to the last 5 because you take all your cards you got, throw up in the air, and hope you get one. So, it's much rather be lucky than good at these super speedway tracks. I guess that's a big motto here. And, I've been on the receiving end of, leading in the last lap and not coming back to the line, or vice versa. So it's definitely hard to win here, but, you just got to plan your moves right and, try to be 7 steps ahead if you can.
Well, you were ahead here at the line tonight, so the Solo Stoves number 10 is our winner. So as we roll the red carpet out for you here tonight, we know there's possibly a lot of people back home that are waiting to hear about this one. So the red carpet is out, the microphone is yours here. Who do you got to thank tonight for parking car number 10 in Victory Lane?
I just got to thank Brady and Bishop, trying to help them tonight. They unfortunately got trouble in. I got to thank TJ's team, Cancer Society and Cancer Foundation for Kids with Cancer, and nobody likes kids with cancer. I'd like to thank guys with the broadcast and thank this league for, let me run the night. So after that, man, that's all I got.
That's all he's got, but he's got the trophy, he's got the check here. Well, there's no trophy and no check, but it definitely sounded good here tonight for the number 10 of Kyle Benson. He'll pick up the win. James Heater was second. Wesley Crump was third. Fourth across the line here tonight, making his first peek into the top 5 right at the end of this one. Good timing for Tyler Dixon. He'll finish into the 4th spot. 5th was Zach Evans. That's your top 5 here tonight as we get ready to leave the Daytona International Speedway. Let's check in here. Tate, do you have those point standings here for us tonight?
I'm trying. It won't take the drop week, so I don't know what's.
Well, this is what we can tell
here.
all the race fans that are tuning in out there. Everything is unofficial till it is official. Of course, you can keep all of your news over on the Discord with the eStockcar Association of Thunder Valley here for their series. They are, of course, headed into the playoffs here. 12 drivers will have the chance to battle for a championship. We do know officially, though, 5 drivers we can tell you that are locked in. Call it 6 drivers now. Tate, you're one of the drivers locked in here tonight. Josh Clark is locked in. Vincent Isabella, Andrew Rucker, Kendall Player, and Tyler Dixon are, of course, locked in. Virtual where they finished. throughout the regular season. Everybody else unofficial from 7th all the way to the 12th position. So there's spots that are up for grabs. We'll just have to wait to see where the point standings all funnel down to. But take closing thoughts here as we get ready to leave Daytona on a wild one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't get any more big wrecks till the line. They raced pretty clean until right at the end, and I mean, they were all going for everything they were worth. Feel bad for Kendall. He probably thought he had it there about 300 yards from the line, but I've been in that position before, and it's just one of those things that happens at these plate races. But guys like Kyle and Wesley, they kept themselves up there the whole race, and they were just as deserving winners as anyone else in the front pack. And hopefully I can get these points filled out here soon so everyone can have some peace of mind before they go to bed tonight.
Well, Tate's going to work on that one. And Tate, we got to thank you for stepping into the booth here tonight to help us out. Call the race here from the Daytona International Speedway. But a great race here tonight for the drivers of the Thunder Valley Series. And man, it was a heck of a showing here tonight for these drivers. It is my pleasure to bring you this race here tonight from the virtual Daytona International Speedway. So for everybody with the Thunder Valley Series and everybody also involved in the Smoking Gobbler Barbecue, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from the Daytona International Speedway. My name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.